Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jeff. On behalf of StriveScan, certainly welcome to the Illinois ACAC virtual fair this evening. We have got 6 institutions. Just a reminder to all attendees, your cameras are off and your microphones are muted. You can ask questions of all the universities represented at any time through the chat box, or excuse me, the Q&A box you see below at the bottom of your screen. This is being recorded if you want to visit it later or share it with others. And without further ado, I will turn it over to our first presenting institution, which is the University of Alabama, Birmingham.
All right, thank you for that. Hi, everyone. My name is Kaylee Havens. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions for Regional Recruitment here at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. I am located in Georgia, but I work with all the students from the state of Illinois as well. All right, UAB is an urban campus. We're located in the heart of downtown Birmingham, and we actually span 100 city blocks of the city, but our undergraduate campus is only 19 city blocks. We're considered a mid-sized institution with just over 22,500 total students. Now, we're also known for our experiential learning. We are really big with research, and actually 1/3 of our student population participates in research. You can start doing this as early as your freshman year. We also have 5 hospitals located on our campus, including a level 1 trauma hospital, a children's hospital, a veterans hospital, and UAB Public Hospital is the 3rd largest public hospital in the country. Birmingham is home to over 40,000 different businesses, and being the only school in the heart of that city, we built great partnerships with these businesses and other community partners. So we are actually a founding member of something called the Innovation Depot. If you've ever wanted to start your own company, this is a great place to go through that and actually be able to become the CEO of your own company. We have 60 students who have done that, and we're only 51 years old, so we're really young as well. Now, we're most well known for our health sciences, but we do have other great majors that I wanted to touch on. Our College of Arts and Sciences is home to our joint School of Medicine programs that you'll see here, including our newest major of cancer biology. We're the only school in the US where you can study cancer biology as a freshman through your undergrad career. Our CLAT School of Business has your foundational business degrees, including industrial distribution with a concentration in medical and supply distribution. Great if you want to be a pharmaceutical sales rep. Our School of Education has produced 6 out of the past 9 Alabama State Teachers of the Year. And our School of Engineering has 6 different engineering degrees you can go into, including biomedical, civil, electrical, material, and our newest major of engineering design. School of Health Profession, that's where you're going to find healthcare management and biomedical sciences. And then our School of Public Health is focusing on just that, public health. That also includes a 5th-year master's degree. Now, our School of Nursing is ranked 15th in the country. If you have a 3.2 high school GPA combined with a 25 ACT or the equivalent SAT, you will actually get a spot in our School of Nursing as a freshman. We love our honors college here. It kind of acts as an umbrella. You can be automatically accepted into the personalized pathway if you have a 3.5 GPA and a 28 ACT or the equivalent SAT, but you can also apply into the personalized and apply into the specialized if you do not meet those requirements for consideration. I love to show these photos just to give you a glimpse of our student life, obviously pre-COVID because you do not see a mask, but we have 18 Division I athletics, 26 Greek organizations, and over 300 plus clubs that you can be involved in while you're a student here at UAB. And now if you're interested in applying, our application is still open for seniors. It will open August 1st if you're a junior, and you can apply online or via the Common App. We just need your application, the $40 application fee, and your high school transcript and test scores. If you choose to apply test optional, that is only for juniors and seniors right now, fall and summer 2021. Please make sure to indicate that on the application so we do not ask for those scores. And we also offer guaranteed out-of-state scholarships tied to your GPA and test scores. You'll see this in the chart. I want to point out that we just increased our highest scholarship level. Our out-of-state tuition is only $25,500. So if you fall into this top bracket, you're only getting a difference of about $1,500 to come to UAB for a year, which is a great benefit for students. This deadline is May 1st of your senior year. We also offer other scholarships that are not tied to your GPA and test scores through our BSmart portal for admitted students. And then we're offering on-campus, virtual, and self-guided tours here in Birmingham. Alabama is a mask-coordinated state still. You will need to have a mask if you come to see us, but we'd love to show you around. And then my information is here on the screen. I will also have this sent out to you guys after the presentation if you have any questions. So thank y'all for your time. Feel free to follow us on social media, and I hope to see you guys in Birmingham soon.
Thanks, Kaylee. Really appreciate that. Again, students or attendees, anytime you want to ask questions of any of the institutions, feel free to use the Q&A box below. Next up, we have Full Sail University.
Thank you, Jeff, and hello to everybody. Hope you're all having a nice evening. All right, so my name is Emily, and I'm going to talk to you tonight about Full Sail University. If you haven't heard of us before, we are an entertainment, art, media, and technology school located down in Orlando, Florida. So you can see here, it says we're a proud supporter of creativity. Everything that we do has to do with creative dreams. We have programs in recording arts, film, computer animation, technology, all sorts of creative areas. So I'm going to start off by showing you a quick video, and after that, I'll tell you a bit more about our programs. So you can see at the end, it said, if you're serious about your dream, we'll take your dream seriously. That is Full Sail's motto. So if you have a creative dream to go out and create music, or maybe you want to be a journalist or create your own business, or work on the latest emerging technology, we want to be there to support your dream. So we do have a lot of different areas you could pursue at Full Sail to get there. We have 54 bachelor's degrees to choose right now between on campus and online. They all fall into one of these different categories. So if you see something that interests you, please drop a question in the Q&A, or I'll give you my email address at the end. You can send me an email and I can answer more about our specific programs. But each of our degree programs is a little different than you may be used to. If you have been doing some university research, you know that typical college degrees take about 4 years. At Full Sail, ours take half the time. So if you were to pursue an on-campus program, it would actually only take you about 20 months to complete, start to finish. If you were to do an online program, that's about 29 months. But either way, you're sitting right around 2 years. That's super beneficial because that means you get to graduate in 2 years rather than 4. You can spend the rest of the time working, making money, paying back debt, and working your way up in the industry that you love. We also have a rolling admissions, so you can apply throughout the year. But something special at Full Sail is that we actually start a new class every single month. So you don't have to wait until the next semester to start. If you decide you're ready to go to Full Sail, you can start next month or the month after. We always start new ones. And we also have an initiative with our Full Sail alumni that you can come back and retake classes in your field for free for the rest of your life. This is really important as technology changes. The cameras used for filming change every couple of years. Video game consoles change every couple of years. We want to keep you fresh and up to date on those. So you can come back and retake those classes, relearn those technologies for free. And the last thing is that we have each of our students work on a portfolio through the life of their program. This is important because when you graduate, you can then have a collection of your very best work to give to future employers. So that's just a little bit about our programs. I do want to take a minute to touch on our graduates. They have gone on to do some really, really cool things throughout the years. Just this past year, we had several graduates work on Academy Award nominated projects, or Oscars, that's what I was stumbling over, Grammy nominated projects, and also Game Award winning projects. So you can learn more about that on our website. But aside from just movies, music, and games, we have had graduates go on to work in some really cool companies, both big and small. So one of my favorites popping up here is Disney Pixar, but you can see they've also worked for sports teams such as the Miami Dolphins, or TV shows on the Golf Channel, things like that. So it really spans the whole kind of gamut of the entertainment industry. And as I mentioned, students can come back for the rest of their lives to retake those classes. A couple of other quick things to point out about our student life is that we have pretty small class sizes. If you were to take a lecture course, it would be 120 students to one instructor. But if you were in a smaller hands-on learning class, which most of our classes are, you could expect about 6 students to one instructor, 12 students to one instructor, or 24 students to one instructor. We also have on-campus opportunities for jobs. If you qualify for FAFSA, you could do our work study program, and some programs actually allow students to go and do internships. We do have a celebration each year called Hall of Fame. I'm going to hold this because we may be talking about campus traditions at the end of every school's presentation, so we'll come back to that. But we do have a lot of clubs and organizations on our campus. These are just a few. So if you came to Full Sail, you could find a community that is full of like-minded individuals. You can join a club. Whether you are on campus or an online student, you could do this as well. One that I want to point out over here on the right is our Armada Esports League. That's our competitive esports competition team. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. But if you are a gamer, you can come to Full Sail, possibly on scholarship, to compete in our Armada team. So if Full Sail seems like it may be a good fit if you were trying to pursue a creative dream in the entertainment industry, the first step you would take is to call our admissions team and schedule an admissions interview, especially if you're a senior. If you're not a senior, you could still call our admissions team. They love to talk to you and answer questions. They really are there to help and help you get to know what Full Sail is all about. I would also recommend checking out our scholarships. If you are a senior and interested in technology, we actually have 2 brand new big ones you could see here. These are full tuition scholarships. So if you have a question about those, just let me know. And then any further questions that you have, you can either direct to my email here, elmiller@fullsail.com, or you can scan the QR code. I will put my email in the chat once we're done. So you can reach out to me directly, or you can give our admissions team a call. So thank you all for being here tonight. Jeff, thank you so much for facilitating, and I hope you all have a great rest of your evening.
Thanks, Emily. Appreciate that very much. Again, attendees, remember you can ask questions at any time to any of the institutions. If they don't get a chance to answer before we wrap up this evening, they will get a transcript of this and can answer you afterwards. Next up, we have Florida Southern College.
Sorry about that. Looks like I was having some technical difficulties, but we're good to get started. So I'm here to talk to you all about Florida Southern College. So here at Florida Southern College, there we go. Okay, perfect. So here at Florida Southern College, we're located in Lakeland, Florida. So we're in the middle of Tampa and Orlando, about 45 minutes to Tampa and an hour to Orlando. Some basic information about us. We have 3,000 total students, about 2,600 of them are undergrads. We were founded in 1883, which makes us one of the oldest colleges in the state of Florida. And in addition to that, our student population, you see 40% of our students are coming from within the state of Florida, and 60% of our students are coming from out of state, representing almost every state here in the US, as well as 40 to 50 different foreign countries. In terms of our academic offerings, we have 70 different programs of study that students can choose from, as well as 16 pre-professional tracks across our 5 schools, which gives you the opportunity to pick a major that aligns with your career interests, as well as finding a program that, a major that aligns with career interests, as well as participating in a pre-professional program that connects with your graduate aspirations. So if you're interested in law school, medical school, things of that nature, it's a really great way to get a hands-on approach for both avenues. One of our key emphasis here at Florida Southern is engaged learning. High impact learning is another term we like to use. Basically, we want to make sure that your learning experience extends far beyond just taking notes and being lectured at during your undergraduate experience. For a lot of our majors and a lot of our academic programs, you'll see that we have these opportunities baked in. So nursing students, our nursing program is direct entry. For our biology major, you'll participate in the Tiny Earth Network conducting research in your very first year. You'll actually be collecting soil samples from Lake Hollingsworth, which is adjacent to our campus, and you'll be searching for antibiotic materials. So you'll have the opportunity to live and experience the scientific method very early in your academic career here at Florida Southern. All of our courses are taught by professors, so you're never going to be led by a TA or a grad assistant. You're always going to be learning from an expert in your field when you come to Florida Southern. The next thing I want to talk about is our 3 guarantees that we offer to all of our students, regardless of what they choose to study during their time here at Florida Southern. That's that they're going to study abroad, that they will complete an internship, and that they'll graduate in 4 years or less. So in terms of studying abroad, we do have traditional opportunities if you're looking for a semester experience or a full year experience. But one program we like to highlight is our Junior Journey program. Essentially, what's cool about these programs is that they take place during school breaks, meaning that we know you're going to have the flexibility in your schedule. So these programs are typically 7 to 10 days. You'll go with a professor, go with other peers. There'll be an academic component to the trip where you'll earn course credit. What's great is that you can go on a program that relates to your major and take a deeper dive in that aspect, or you can go on a program or trip that has nothing to do with your major and just you wanted to go to that country and that's why you did that program. A neat thing about our junior journeys is that in addition to being accessible to all our students, it's of little to no additional cost. Our second guarantee is that you'll complete an internship. This is something that we think is really important as an institution because internship experience is proving to be more valuable in terms of what employers are looking for when they're looking at who they're going to hire for their vacancies. And for us, we have a fundamental understanding of internships where they look different for different types of students. So that might be in a traditional business setting for you. That might be volunteering at a rhinoceros sanctuary. That might be working at a minor league baseball park. Whatever most closely aligns with your goals, your interests, we're going to do our best to connect you with those opportunities. The last guarantee is that you're going to graduate in 4 years or less. And we accomplish that by kind of 2 major approaches. First, that you're going to meet with your academic advisor several times over the course of the year to make sure you have all the information you need in terms of what courses you need to take, when you need to complete them to graduate on time. But the second piece of that is that we want to reward you for the rigorous courses that you're taking in high school. So making sure that you're getting credit for those AP, IB courses, those scores that you're getting in those, as well as your dual enrollment course credits. So we do a transfer credit evaluation for all of our students that we admit to Florida Southern. So you know how many credits would be following you from high school into your experience, and that helps us guarantee that you'll graduate in 4 years or less. In terms of general placement for our students following graduation, within a year of graduating, you'll see about 2/3 of our students enter the workforce and about 1/3 of our students go on to graduate school. There's obviously some other opportunities for students will take advantage of, like enlisting in the service or volunteer work or fellowships, but for the most part, it's workforce. 2/3 or 1/3 going on to graduate programs, and there's lots of different opportunities that our students choose to pursue post Florida Southern. In terms of residential life, we do require all of our students to live on campus for all 4 years. The exception to that policy is if you are a commuter student living within 30 miles of our campus with a legal guardian. So if you come to Florida Southern, you're likely going to live on campus, but what's really great is that we do have lots of different clubs and organizations. So there's consistently going to be things for you to do in your extracurricular time to make sure you have fun things to do outside the classroom. In terms of athletics, we are a Division II athletics institution. We have 20 different teams that have won 30 national championships across those programs. So we're very proud of the success that they have. And in non-COVID times, when students are able to go to games, admission is free to all of our students. And as I mentioned, we do have lots of clubs and organizations at our campus. 100 is a really good number for a school of our size because it really allows you to find clubs that you may have expected, but also special interest clubs that may be more unique. In terms of applying to Florida Southern College, there's 3 ways to apply: the common application, the coalition application, or directly through our website. However you apply, it's completely free to submit your application. We do need your high school transcript and we do need your personal statement. And then it's up to you to decide whether or not you're submitting letters of recommendation or your test scores, because we are a test optional institution here at Florida Southern. When you apply, you're automatically considered for academic scholarships that range from $7,000 to $21,000 per year. And then you also have the opportunities to apply for talent-based scholarships in the fine arts programs or athletic scholarships from coach recruitment. And in general, we're aid stacking, which means outside scholarships would supplement the aid you're receiving from Florida Southern. And that's what I have for you all tonight.
Thanks so much. Appreciate that. Up next, we have Coastal Carolina University.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is King Brown. I am a freshman admissions counselor at Coastal Carolina University. We're located in Conway, South Carolina. That's about 15 minutes away from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're 9 miles away from the beach. I'll share with you some information about Coastal. Again, thank you guys for having me. Coastal, we have approximately 10,000 students. We have 5 academic colleges and over 90 programs to study. Our top 5 programs are communication, psychology, exercise sports science, marine science, and business management. Marine science will be our most popular major. It fits us pretty well, again, since we are 9 miles away from the beach. Students can get their master's degree and PhD in marine science. And there's more programs as well. So if you guys would like more information, feel free to reach out to me. I can share with you all that we have to offer. If we have a 16-to-1 student faculty ratio, as an underclassman, your class size will probably be about the same size as a high school class, around 25 to 30 students. And as you get to an upperclassman, that class size usually drops down to about 10 to 15 students, depending what your major is. Almost 80% of our faculty do possess a doctorate or terminal degree, meaning they reach the highest level of education in that field. So we try to give students the best education and the best experience that we can give them all at an affordable price. We have over 120 student organizations, ranging from Greek life organizations, faith-based organizations, academic organizations. Myself, I was a student at CCU. I was part of the WCCU radio. I did have my own radio show with a couple of my friends. I won't jump into too much detail since I have now moved on from undergrad. But if you guys are interested, you guys can also create your own organization. If you don't see anything that you'll like, you'll just need your signature and 7 others. And you can create your own club or organization. But again, if you guys are interested in anything, just feel free to reach out to our office. We have 19 Division I athletic varsity sports. We're in the Sun Belt Conference. We have sports ranging from men's and women's soccer, men's and women's basketball, baseball, softball. Of course, our football team, we did really well last season. We only lost 1 game, which was really nice. Our men's basketball team made it to the March Madness tournament a couple of times. And then, of course, our baseball team won the College World Series in 2016. We also offer club sports and intramural sports. Club sports, that's where students still get to travel and play other schools. They still have to travel to make the team. It's still very competitive. There are some rewards at the end. They do host tournaments and things like that. And then with our intramural sports, that's where coastal students play other coastal students. It's also still at a competitive level, so a whole lot more for bragging rights. No TV time, unfortunately, ESPN rings, bowl games, things like that, but a little bit of bragging rights. And then there are tournaments and prizes included in that as well. So we have all levels of sports for anybody who's interested in playing. So jumping into our application side of things, last year we received over 15,000 applications. As you guys can see, the whole map is teal. That's why we like to emphasize #TealNation. Most of the darker shaded teal states, that's where we get majority of our applications from. 49% of our students are in-state, 49% of our students are out of state, and 2% of our students are international. All right, for our competitive applicant, for our GPA, the 50% of freshmen that we accept, they have a 3.2 to a 4.0, ACT score of a 19 to a 24, and a SAT score of a 1020 to 1150. We are going test optional this year. The requirements for test optional have changed from how it started. We are rolling admissions, so students can apply all throughout their senior year. Originally, we were looking for students with a 3.5 GPA and above. We also take a look at the rigor of their courses. If they're dual enrollment, CP, AP, or honors, we take those into account. However, we have changed that so students can apply test optional even if they don't meet those specific requirements. But make sure you indicate that on your application. If you have any questions about test optional admission, feel free to reach out to me and I can help you guys out the best that I can. So our 20 core requirements for admissions, we require 4 units of English, 4 units of math, including Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, and a higher level math course, 3 units of laboratory science, 2 units of foreign language. It must be the same foreign language. 3 units of social science, US history being a hard requirement, 1 unit of a fine art, 1 unit of PE or ROTC, and 2 academic electives. So our priority date for freshman merit awards was December 1st. That is money given back to you based off your academics. Students are automatically considered for merit once they apply. But after December 1st, it comes on a first come, first serve basis. And the 2 ways to apply to Coastal would be our traditional application on coastal.edu/apply or on the Common App, www.commonapp.org. We are new to that this year. And then once we receive your standardized test scores, a high school transcript, and a complete application, it takes up to 3 weeks until you receive a decision in the mail. All right, so this is how our tuition is broken down. For in-state, it's a little over $22,000. For out-of-state, it's a little over $38,000. The housing and meal plan, that is the highest that it goes. So depending which options that you choose, the price can be a little less expensive. Almost 86% of students do receive some type of financial aid, grants or loans. And then this is a chart of our merit awards. Again, based off your academics, students can receive up to 15% off their tuition, up to 60% off their tuition. And we do take account of writing samples, the rank of where they're graduating, their GPAs, and some more academic information. That is all that I have for you guys today. Again, if you guys have any questions regarding Coastal, I am an alumni from the school. Feel free to reach out. My contact information is right here. Again, thank you guys for having me.
Thanks, King. Really appreciate that. Again, a reminder to all the attendees, you can ask questions along the way to any of the institutions using the Q&A button below. Next up, we have the University of Louisville.
Thank you, Jeff. All right. All right. So welcome. Thank you for having us. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope everyone's having a great evening. My name is Scott Smolik. I am one of 2 Chicago regional admission counselors that we have up here working with students. So we have Allison Culver and myself. Allison handles Cook County, Lake County, and DuPage County, and then I handle the rest of Illinois. So we are located in the city of Louisville, which is the largest metropolitan city in the state of Kentucky. Our campus is 3 miles south of the downtown Louisville area. So you can see on there, we have some great activities, entertainment, features for our students in the city of Louisville. We're home to the famous Kentucky Derby, Bourbon Trail for any of those parents that are on the viewing tonight. Louisville Slugger Museum, Muhammad Ali Museum are 2 of my favorite. They're great experience, great information. So definitely take some time to visit those if you ever come down to campus. And then we also are home to the largest UPS hub in the world, Worldport. So any of those packages that you receive from Amazon, all your Christmas gifts that are getting shipped to you are coming through Louisville. So we are a mid-sized tier 1 research university. We've earned the distinction of being one of 69 schools in the country to be awarded as a Carnegie R1 research institution and community engagement status. So what that means is all that research that our students are conducting, our professors, faculty, we're taking all that and we're putting it back into the community to do some good. Students can start doing research as early as their freshman year. We have just over 22,000 total students and then 12,000 undergraduate students on our campus. We have about 2,500 students coming in each fall for our freshman class. 25% of our students come from out of state, with that number continuously growing over the past 3 years. So all these students from Illinois are going to be in good hands with students coming from all over. Our students are able to enjoy a small classroom size, even though we have that 12,000 number. We have a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio with an average class size of 26 students. Our fall class of 2020, they came in with an average ACT of 25 and average GPA of 3.6, with almost 60% of those students bringing in college credit through AP, IB, or dual enrollment courses. So great opportunity to help start earning some credit towards those gen eds. If you do have that, AP scores of 3 or higher are accepted. And we work very well with the community colleges and junior colleges in the state of Illinois as well. Now, these numbers are not, these GPA and ACTs are not requirements to be admitted into the University of Louisville. They fall in line with some of our more competitive programs like engineering, business, and nursing, but just to show you the high academic students that we have coming in each year. So we have 9 colleges that make up the university for our undergraduate students. Engineering, business, and nursing are our flagship majors. But education, criminal justice, sports administration, those tend to be some of the more popular majors for our students. Some unique programs that the University of Louisville offers is American Sign Language, music therapy, and equine business. Again, home of the Kentucky Derby. It is literally in our backyard. So a great resource for those students that are interested in the business world, but also have a love for the horses. We offer a 4+1 program for our engineering students. And then for our engineering students to earn an accelerated master's. So you're completing that master's degree in 1 additional year, and that master's level courses are at the undergraduate tuition level. And then we also have a 3+3 program for students interested in going to law school. So part of that program, students that are studying women and gender studies, criminal justice, and history are able to be a part of that 3+3 program. So you start law school a year earlier, and you're getting out a year earlier as well. So that's your senior year is when you would start your first year of law school. We have a medical school located at our medical campus downtown. So again, just 3 miles away, provides great opportunities and resources for students looking to pursue a degree in the medical field. We have all those pre-professional programs that you can see there: pre-dental, pre-law, pre-medicine, pre-physical therapy, pharmacy, and veterinarian. So here's a number of the different companies and organizations that our students are going to work for, not only for internships and co-ops, but for jobs after school as well. So freshmen can start applying, like I mentioned earlier, for the world-changing research projects as early as their freshman year. Beyond the traditional research that students can conduct, our students take full advantage of the connections we offer for internships, jobs, and co-ops. We have 4 career centers on campus that result in a lot of internships for our students, not only in the Louisville area, but also across the state of Kentucky and across the country. So there are 3 Fortune 500 companies in Louisville currently. And then, like I mentioned earlier, our engineering program offers or is required to complete 3 co-ops. So it's 3 semesters. They make on average about $34,000 over that period of time, but some of our students have actually made up to $90,000. On campus, we have a lot for our students to get involved with. As you can see, we offer Greek life. We can offer 34 different sororities and fraternities, including the Divine Nine. We have over 450 different clubs and organizations for students to get involved with. Intramural sports are very popular on campus. We also offer club sports as well. And then we're a member of the NCAA Division I ACC conference. Keep an eye out for the Louisville women's basketball team. They're a number 2 seed in the tournament coming up here. They've had a great run. We're number 1 at one point during the year this year. So going forward, applying to the University of Louisville, we are test optional for students coming in the fall of 2021. Application is still open. We will also be test optional for fall of 2022. Students will submit transcripts. If they want to apply with test scores, you can submit those ACT and SAT as well. We have outstanding scholarship opportunities for our students. You can earn up to $10,000 just for being admitted, and then you can enhance that up to $16,000 with those additional credentials from the ACT, SAT scores. Students that apply test optional also have an opportunity by submitting a student involvement resume to enhance that award as well. So you can see tuition right there, $38,000 out the door with everything, $10,000 is knocking that under that $30,000. Here's our contact information. If you have any questions, please reach out to either me or Allison. Again, thank you very much, and go Cards.
Thanks so much, Scott. We're going to wrap up this evening with the University of Alabama.
Okay, good evening, everyone, and Roll Tide. Thank you all for being here tonight. My name is Amanda Sisk. I'm a regional recruiter with the University of Alabama. Myself and 2 other recruiters work with students from Illinois. Now, for those of you who haven't been to the University of Alabama yet, location-wise, we are in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We might be a little bit farther from home, but definitely get some great warmer weather to enjoy throughout the year with that longer drive or flight to campus. We are a smaller city. We have about 100,000 residents in Tuscaloosa. We're only about an hour or so from Birmingham. There's a lot of great college town excitement, some great restaurants, shops, outdoor activities to take advantage of in the local Tuscaloosa area. So while you'll have plenty to do on campus, our students really like to get off campus and explore a little bit, whether it's going to our campus town area called the Strip, downtown Tuscaloosa, taking in a concert at the Tuscaloosa Amphitheater, or checking out something like the Riverwalk that goes by campus. There's some really great things nearby. Now on campus, we currently have just under 38,000 students on our campus. Over 57% of our students come to us from outside the state of Alabama. So and Illinois is actually a top 5 state that's represented on our campus. So, you know, you're really going to get to know students from a little bit of everywhere with different backgrounds and different interests. And I think that's a really great aspect of our campus community. Now, we're really proud of our students both in and out of the classroom on campus. Our freshman class this year had an average 3.83 GPA and an average 27 ACT. We also had over 220 National Merit Scholars in our freshman class. Now, outside of the classroom, our students get involved on campus and in the local community. This past year, our students logged over 1 million hours of community service. Now at Alabama, you're going to find a really great balance between some very strong academic programs and also a really great campus life to be a part of. We currently have over 200 degree programs on campus. Some of our biggest programs include areas like business, biology, psychology, political science, engineering, and communications. We also have top programs like accounting, public relations, and nursing on campus. In addition, we do have some great unique programs like our accelerated master's program or STEM path to the MBA, which allows students to complete their undergrad and graduate level degrees in a shortened time period. Many of our students will also participate in study abroad programs, undergraduate research. We are a research campus, or might look at something like our Honors College. Honors College is a great way to find that smaller community feel within our larger research campus. Now, we want to make sure that our students are successful both in the classroom as well as out of the classroom, and we provide some really great resources for our students on campus, areas like advising, tutoring, career resources. This past year, UA was ranked first in the SEC and second in the nation by Princeton Review for internship placement. We work really hard with our students to make sure that they're prepared for their next steps, whether it be finding that first internship or first job out of college, or whether you're looking to apply to graduate or professional school. Now, when it comes to campus life, you'll definitely find a very exciting campus life on Alabama's campus, as well as just a huge sense of campus pride and campus spirit. Even in Illinois, you're going to hear a Roll Tide every once in a while. I think it's really easy to get out there, meet new people, and get involved in new activities on our campus. We currently have over 600 student organizations to get involved in. We have a really great Greek community. We have a large recreation program and a full events calendar throughout the year. We do require that our freshmen live on campus, so that's a big part of campus life your freshman year. We have some great eating options, all-you-can-eat dining halls, areas like Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, Subway, Starbucks on campus, so you have a lot of great options. Now, when it comes to admissions, we are test optional for our 2021 students, and we'll be finding out soon if we'll be test optional for 2022. It's a simple application process. We do have our admission application online, and for our fall 2022 students, we will be a part of the Common App as well too. Aside from your application, we don't require any essays or letters of recommendation. We will want to see your official high school transcript. As I mentioned, we're test optional for our students this year. We'll find out next year about test optional. And we are on rolling admission. So while we continuously are looking at students for admission throughout each year, we recommend that you keep in mind that we have a January 15th scholarship application deadline. Now, speaking of scholarships, Alabama does have some really strong out-of-state scholarships for our students. What you see here are scholarships for our students entering fall 2021. We review our scholarships each year, and so later this summer, we will be updating information for 2022, but you can see that we have some really great merit-based scholarships that are based on a combination of GPA and test score. And then we also have scholarships that will take into consideration GPA and your scholarship application, as well as national merit, semifinalist and finalist scholarship programs, and national recognition scholarship programs that go beyond the value of tuition. Overall, the cost of tuition, fees, room and board on campus right now is just under $45,000. So aside from scholarship, we also have financial aid and a December 1st priority deadline. Now, we hope that you'll take advantage of coming to campus to check us out in person. We currently do have in-person tours available, as well as some really great virtual options going on throughout each week. I have my contact information on the side here, as well as our two other recruiters that cover Illinois. So, definitely reach out to myself, Allison, or Beth with any questions that you have, and we look forward to working with you all through your college search process. And now I will hand it back over to Jeff.
Thanks, Amanda. Appreciate that very much. So I want to invite, before we log off here, I want to invite all the representatives back online, all of our panelists, and I had asked them this evening to give us what is their favorite event or tradition on their campus. So favorite event or tradition on campus, and we will go in order of presentation. So Kaylee, lead us off there.
Thank you. Yes. So as I mentioned, we're a medical campus. We really like to kind of hold on to that tradition. And so during our homecoming week, we shut down the largest street in Birmingham, the one that runs through the dead center of Birmingham. And you'll see different student groups and organizations actually racing hospital gurneys through the streets of Birmingham. It's called our Gurney Derby. It can look very terrifying if you have no idea what's going on, but whoever gets to the end first and still has their dummy on that gurney is going to win points towards their homecoming organization's total to potentially win homecoming for that week. So that's our fun tradition every year, the Gurney Derby at UAB.
Very nice. Emily, what you got for us from Full Sail?
So at Full Sail, my favorite tradition and our biggest is our Hall of Fame celebration. It is our yearly, kind of like a homecoming. We invite all of our alumni back, and it's a celebration of alumni success. We do honor 6 of our alumni that have had at least 10 years of success in their industry. And we shut down the campus, we shut down classes. Instead of going to classes, students go to alumni-led panels, lots of fun activities on campus. Last year we had I guess the year before, we had a make your own Mario Kart race that they raced across campus. We've had rock climbing walls, things like that. Food trucks are my favorite part, but basically just a celebration to get everybody together.
She said the key words, ladies and gentlemen, food truck.
Food trucks, oh yeah.
Next up, Florida Southern College.
So here at Florida Southern College, we're actually the single site largest collection of Frank Lloyd Wright architecture. And perhaps the pinnacle of that is the water dome that we have outside of our library. So, during the academic year, and for most of your undergraduate career, you're undergraduate career, you're walking around the edge of that. Maybe you see the duck swimming in there, but it's off limits to our students. The exception for that is when you graduate and you're able to participate in the senior splash before you leave our campus. It's basically a giant pool party for our seniors in this water dome that's sacred ground for every other day of the year. So they have a lot of fun. Sometimes they'll bring snacks in there with them, beach balls, all that good stuff. And it's really cool to take that opportunity, something you've probably been thinking about ever since you got onto campus, and being able to fulfill that little dream of yours.
Very nice. Very nice. King, what do you got for us from Coastal Carolina?
Coastal tradition I love, at least when I was a student, and faculty and staff to get to participate in it as well. But they have Sino Day. It's the last Friday of the spring semester, so right before exams, they have a big carnival. So they always have it a different theme each year. But the whole thing is usually just a giant carnival. They have rides, funnel cakes, food trucks as well. Everything that you kind of see at a fair and carnival, you'll see in front of the middle of our campus, Prince Lawn. It's a really nice area, at least when it's not raining. It's usually always fun. So I was at since my time I was there, I've been to 3 out of 4 of them. So then COVID took out the one last year, unfortunately. So hopefully they have one this semester, but that's probably the tradition I like the most at Coastal.
Very good. Scott, University of Louisville.
Yeah, so my favorite event is Raise Red. It's a 24-hour dance marathon that raises money for pediatric cancer awareness. So we, pre-COVID, the last year prior to COVID happened, so 2020, they raised just under $700,000, so just over $690,000. This year with COVID, it was virtual, but they still were able to raise just over $500,000 for children's cancer research. So it's just a great event. It's very active. Students on campus are very active with it. They get the city involved as well. So it's a lot of excitement. Happens in February. I definitely recommend anyone going on YouTube, look up U of L Raise Red. You'll get to see a lot of excitement from our students, and then even some of the children from the hospital that take part in the event as well.
Very nice. And then Amanda at the University of Alabama.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite traditions, I guess, and events on our campus is called Elephant Stomp. It's a game day tradition. So about an hour before kickoff, our $1 Million Band, that's our marching band, they march through campus to the steps of our main library on campus and essentially host like a big pep rally. We'll have over 100,000 people on campus for game days. So it's just a lot of excitement and a lot of energy. And then from there, they march back into the stadium. So it's just a really, really fun game day tradition that we have.
Very fun. Well, thanks to each one of our panelists for joining us this evening. We really appreciate your contribution. For all of those who attended, thank you so much for your time as well. On behalf of StriveScan, thanks for joining us. Please feel free to fill out the survey at the end of the session and sign up for future sessions. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.